Hello. Who's here? Probably shouldn't put this light behind me. It's not the best. I'm in my back room again. Hi, guys. Hi, Take Real Shots. Hi, Gemma. Hi, the Beauty Tribunal. Hi, Lali is here. Hi, Ashley. Lots of new names here today. Hi, Ashley. Hi, here, Kitty Kitty. Some old names too. It'd be Karen. Rachel. It's okay. We can all relax. The Queen is here. Hilarious. Hi, here, Kitty Kitty. How are you? Here, Kitty Kitty. Is your name Kat? Because Sasha was calling you Kat on the live the other day, and I thought it was the other Kat, and then I realised she was talking to you. Hi, Loz. Finally catching you live for the first time in days. Oh, Brittany. I'll be contacting you, darling. I've just got to speak to my accountant. Okay? I've got to get back to you this week. I promise. I know I said last week, but I'll get back to you in the next couple of days, okay? Happy Halloween. Oh, thanks. It's Halloween in the US and Beetlejuice is on. Oh, Beetlejuice. What did I say? Some people who said I needed to make a video on if you keep calling the third party, keep paying attention to the third party. It's like Beetlejuice. It's like you're saying Beetlejuice 3 times and then she shows up. You keep talking about her, thinking about her, ruminating about her, affirming about her, and it's like fucking Beetlejuice every time. I love that Beetlejuice movie. I used to love that when I was a kid. I used to love any Michael Keaton movie, to be honest. I loved Michael Keaton. That's why Birdman, when it came out, I was like, oh. Pretty girl. Oh, thanks, Star. I don't know if you remember. I needed help to get from row, and I got front row twice. Oh, to get front row, and you did. Whoa, darling. Can you tell us an affirmation for marriage? We are so blissfully, happily married. John loves being my man. He loves being my husband. I love being a wife. Being a wife is my birthright. He makes me so happy every day. All those things. I love being married. Things like that, darling. I need a good. Yeah, sorry, people trying to go live with me. Hi again from Barbados. Oh, Barbados. I need a good yelling at, please. Triggered by 3D just 2 minutes ago. Darling, I'm only on my 3rd coffee for the morning. I don't eat breakfast. I don't have fucking energy. Just get your shit together, darling. Guys, if you're getting triggered by the 3D, okay, have a moment. Feel that triggered feeling. Be with it. Be like, well, what am I getting triggered by here? Oh, this thing. What's that got to do with me? Oh, shit from childhood where I wasn't feeling good enough about myself, or I got abandoned, and this thing that's showing me in the 3D, I need to work on that shit still because I still feel like this person's abandoning me or leaving me or rejecting me, or I don't feel good enough, or I feel like other girls are better than me because what I'm seeing in the 3D is showing me what my trigger is and what I need to work on. Oh, I might go work on that now rather than getting fucking triggered. Loz has been affirming for John since February. Fuck. If a John turns up in my reality, I'll fucking wet my pants. Like, you know, like in Sex and the City, she says at the end of the whole thing, John James Preston come fall, that they were going to get married, and you never knew what Mr. Big's name was, and his actual name is John. And when she starts calling him John in the movie, you're like, no, this sounds weird not calling him Big. It sounds weird calling him John. We don't know him as John. You know, like when you're with someone and you call them Babe all the time or something, when you say their real name, it feels weird. It feels weird to me in the movie that she does that. I kept visualising living with SP, affirming Mrs. Me. Is this messing it up? No, darling, that's wonderful. Look, when you say the words missing you, that can throw you a little bit because it sounds like they're away from you. So I want you to say, if you want to use the words missing you, when you're away from me, you miss me. When you're at work, you miss me. All day, you miss me. You can say things like that. You miss me as much as I miss you when we're away from each other. It's not implying that you're away from each other in separation. It just means when we're not together in person, you miss me. So you're still implying the end that you're together, but when you're away from me, you can't stand to be away from me. Hi, darling. I scripted and affirmed like clockwork. SP is conforming. Oh, Shabrina Grace. How to change bad memories. Go back to the scene in your mind, darling, and revise it. I've got a few videos in my TikTok on revision, but also go to the Facebook group and put in revise or revision in the search bar, and you'll see videos where I talk about that in the live. But what you need to do is just go back to the scene in your mind and change it to what you wish had happened, what you wish was said, done, etc. Now, if it's a really traumatic event, you can go back to just before it happened, okay, and change it. Why does it autocorrect to Liz? Oh, I autocorrect to Liz almost every day when I say going live, and I say love and it says Liz. Then I have to autocorrect every time. Apple just doesn't understand the word Loz. If I ask him to hang out, is that forcing things? What do you think, darling? It's up to you. I got triggered last night. Now what do I do? Well, Ashy, just fucking get a grip. Go and affirm like a bitch. Stand in front of the mirror and rampage. Revise what the fuck you did. How do you do inner conversations with your SP? Look, there's a girl on YouTube called Katie, and she's on the channel Create Your Future, and she probably has the best videos on the internet about inner conversations. It's mostly what she talks about. And she's really meditative, and she's got this lovely soothing voice. I mean, you can barely hear her in the videos sometimes. She's so softly spoken. And she talks about inner conversations, probably the best out of anyone. Go and watch some of her example videos, okay? And she talks about how you can say something to them and they can then answer you back. Like, babe, I missed you so much when you were gone. And then he goes, oh, babe, my life wasn't the same without you. I cried every night. I missed you so terribly. My life went to shit without you. And you say, oh, babe, isn't this feel so good? And he's like, I'm so proud of you that you never gave up on me. Thank you for never giving up on me. Things like that. They can answer back, right? She does great videos on it. Go and watch her videos. Just put in Katie. She's got a playlist in Create Your Future. Katie is great, yeah. Sub C. Tried to react to 3D again. I didn't. I affirmed, and then got what I wanted later. Oh! Or self-concept tried to react to 3D. Or I don't know what you mean. Self-concept? Good, Amber. Good, darling. This really worked for me. Good, Daisy. Does being more obsessed with manifestation mean it's more likely to happen with the manifestation? Well, you want to change your thinking about it. So if you're obsessively thinking new thoughts about it, well, yeah, it does help. But not obsessively thinking about the other person and not changing you. If you're obsessing about your SP with SP affirmations, that doesn't help, because all you're doing is not changing you and trying to get them to do something, which is not the aim here. You want to be changing you first. Why, when I do the whisper technique, it always shows the opposite? Why are you saying that? Why are you writing in capital letters, always? You're manifesting that by thinking that's true. Whatever you affirm as true is true. That's how this works. If you have this assumption that the whisper technique doesn't work and the opposite always happens, well, that will fucking keep happening. So stop either doing the whispering technique because you've got this terrible fucking belief that it doesn't work, or start thinking it does work when you do it. And why are you looking into the 3D and thinking it's always not working? What are you talking about? Did you see Sammy's TikTok about Neville's teaching? No, I haven't actually, guys. I really don't have the time to be sitting watching other people's fucking videos, but a couple of people have mentioned it, so I will go watch it. But look, Sammy's contradicting herself a lot lately. Mate, look, a lot of people want to distance themselves from Neville and anything else to kind of be like, I'm doing my own thing. I'm my own person, which is absolutely fine if that's what she's doing. No, I haven't watched it. I'll go watch it so I can comment. Why when hang on. Wait, what's her name again? I sneezed. Katie at Create Your Future. What is special with whispering? It's not anything special. It's just you using your imagination more. So when you're doing an affirmation, you're kind of thinking, I'm saying this thing. But when you're actually using the vividness of your imagination and imagining their ear is right there, or they're lying in bed with you, you're actually visualizing at the same time as affirming. That's why the whispering technique really works. I'm just thinking this out loud now, but I guess that's why. Because as you're affirming, sometimes you just go, I am beautiful, he loves me. You may not even be conjuring an image of him so much in your mind really, really vividly. Your brain will, but not a vivid, imaginal scene. But if you're imagining whispering, you actually are subconsciously, without even realizing it, really conjuring up an image of them, either the ear, them lying in bed with you, they're looking at your face, and you're really in an imaginary scene. So you're visualizing at the same time as affirming. So you're kind of doing both at the same time. Okay? So that's why it's really powerful, because you're really using your visualization skills. How to live in the end at work. The 3 year triggers me because I know I deserve a better career. Well, just go in there every day and be thinking, any day now, this is all going to change. This isn't the career for me. My career is coming. It's just around the corner, okay? I'm just getting on with the work until it comes. I'm just biding my time until my career comes, okay? Because I am a famous photographer, or I am working at such and such. Wherever it is you want, just do the hard toil of work, not the hard toil, but the slog of work as a person who knows the next thing's coming. It's just around the corner. So you can get through the day and be like, this isn't forever. This is just filling a gap. This is just paying Caesar, as Neville would say. You have to pay Caesar. You need the money, right? So I'm just doing this for the money because I know I'm a famous photographer and I don't need to work a waitress job anymore at some point, because this is coming. I am stepping into this state, and any day now, while you're in that job, if that helps you. Otherwise, you step in the state of, I don't even need this fucking job. I'm a such and such, and then that'll come about. Don't go quitting your job. Is love spell a good thing to do? I don't believe in spells, darling. I don't teach them. All spells are affirmations with tools and woo-woo speak. It's just affirming, darling. Go and watch all my videos on affirmations. Subconscious, dang word limit. Oh, okay, subconscious. I have noticed I'm getting so much male attention lately. I keep affirming I'm beautiful and amazing. Well, darling, that's because it's working. I mean, that after I do, they always block me or become cold. Well, darling, you've got a fucking story about they don't want you. They always block me. They're cold to me. They don't love me. And so it doesn't matter how many times you do the whisper technique. You're doing it from a state of fear. Like, I need to whisper to you because I'm afraid you don't love me. I'm afraid you're going to block me. I'm afraid you don't want me. And then you're doing it. Guys, you've got to really think. When I'm affirming for my SP, am I doing it from a state of fear, of trying to control them, trying to make them do something? Or am I changing me and concentrating on me? A lot of you are affirming for your SPs. That's why I keep saying to you, stop obsessively affirming for your SP because you're not fixing the problem, which is the fear inside you. So you're doing it from a state of fear, and all you're going to manifest is more fucking fearful shit happening and more bad shit happening, like blocking, because you're doing it from a state of fear. What state am I in when I'm affirming? Think that. Jesus, I'm in a fucking fearful state. Well, shit, I better quell that first. Better go on EFT, tap it out or some shit before I do this. Or if you're affirming to get out of the fearful state, fine. But don't affirm for them out of the fearful state. Affirm for yourself. Or affirm for them, I guess, if you want to change your thinking and you're really thinking bad things. You can say, no, he loves me. No. You can do that. But be really careful, guys, what's behind your actions. Even behind your affirming. It's like certain words you use. They never betray me. They're so loyal. Well, that's the assumption. The deep assumption in that affirmation is they've cheated. They're cheaters. They're not loyal. I can't trust you. Well, fucking don't use loyal. God, guys, be careful what you use. Your words are your wand. How do I manifest that SP has time for me and loves to talk to me and spend time with me? Exactly what you just said. He loves spending time with me. He loves talking to me. Being with me is the best part of his day. He spends so much time with me now. Been working on self-concept and SP hard, but sadly feel like giving up. No change. All right, darling. Well, bye. How can I stop my ex-friend from talking shit about me when he's in my SP's cousin? What? Is in. How can I stop my ex-friend from talking shit about me when he is my SP's cousin? Why have you got this assumption they're talking shit about you, guys? A lot of you have got people in your life you think betray you, talk shit about you, do the dirty on you because something's going on with you where you don't trust people. You have a sense of mistrust. You feel people betray you. You feel there's snakes in your midst, and there fucking will be. And that's from childhood where people either abandon you or you couldn't trust people in your household because it was an unstable household or there was abuse or something, and so you actually can't even trust your fucking cousins or your friends. Figure out what that is, darling. And then don't assume anyone's doing that to you and say, everyone's so great to me. Everyone's my favorite. I'm everyone's favorite person. I have the best friends. No one ever says bad things about me. They only speak sweet words about me. Hello. Are you taking one-on-ones? No, guys, I don't do them anymore. Loz, yell at me. I am. What, Divine Diana? My SP lies and cheats. What should I affirm? Well, darling, if you have that assumption about him that he's a liar and a cheater, he will be. And also assess what in your self-concept attracted that person in the first place. Did you attract him and he was always like that? Or did you change him into that person with your shitty thinking about yourself and him? What happened to you in childhood where people lied and cheated to you? Or there were cheaters around you in childhood, or someone abused you, or you couldn't trust anybody, or you had an unstable household where you literally can't trust anybody and people constantly betray you? What happened? But if you have that assumption that he's like that, he'll continue to be like that until you see him differently and change him into a person who's loyal, beautiful, loves you, has only got eyes for you. Change with those kind of affirmations, darling, but work on your self-concept. Why are you even assuming he's like that? Hi, Sammy. Thank you for the fire. Loz, SP2 here yesterday, and it was amazing. Relaxed and let him spoil me. Oh, Pamela, really? Wonderful. Love it. I get it all now. Okay, good. My SP posted a video of some girl and made me upset, but apparently it's not his girlfriend. What do I affirm? Darling, look, some of you read into a whole lot of shit when you see it on the socials, and then you find out it's not even the girlfriend. But you've got yourself all upset. I know what that feels like. You'll see something that really triggers you, but that means your self-concept isn't on point yet. If your self-concept was on point, you'd look at some bitch in a photo and think, well, she's not me. Who fucking cares? But it means you still need to work on you. Oh, thanks for all the pumpkins, say you. Hang on, guys. Thanks, Kat Louise Fletch, for the pumpkins. What do you think, what is this? Hi. What do you think or how do you feel when old beliefs changed? What do you think? Or how do you feel when old beliefs change? So when your old beliefs have changed, you no longer have those beliefs. So things in the 3D that used to trigger you won't trigger you anymore. So someone leaving you on red when you used to feel abandoned, when they leave you on red, you'll feel a state of calmness. Like, oh, they'll text me back. But you won't be like, oh my God, what's that mean? Or if you used to feel like you're going to get rejected or you did something wrong and you text someone and they don't text you back, you won't be freaking out. You'll just be like, oh, they're taking the time. They think of something lovely to say. I'll get on with my life. And you'll be no longer triggered as much. That make sense? Does the phrase fake it until you make it make sense in manifesting? Not really. Because that implies doing something out in the 3D, faking it, okay? But in your mind, you're kind of faking it. I want you to do it in your mind. So yes, in your mind, but not out loud out here, right? So you're not walking around with a wedding ring on your finger like a fucking lunatic and going to a party and your friend's saying, oh my God, are you married? You do it in your mind. You imagine a ring in your mind on your finger, right? You're faking it in your mind. But it's not really faking it. I don't want to call it faking it, guys, because that sounds like make-believe, like pretend. It's really imagining it's true. Imagining, yeah, I am married. I have a ring on my finger. I'm a married lady. That is not faking it. It's stepping into the state of I am that, which is a lot stronger than faking or pretending. That's why acting as if in LOA doesn't really work, because it's doing things out in 3D and there's a sense that I am pretending. And what will happen, your subconscious mind will know full well that you're not married. Will know full well that walking around in a wedding dress around your house isn't cutting it because you're not really married. So it doesn't matter what you do in the 3D faking it, your brain will fight you and say, listen, you stupid bitch, get out of that wedding dress. You're a fucking lunatic. You're not married. He said fuck off and die. What are you, nuts? But you got to start saying and fighting that mind, no, he loves me. We're so blissfully happily married. It's your mind you need to change, not the outside. Faking it doesn't really work. What are your thoughts on affirming it in affirming in sats? Yes, the state akin to sleep is what Neville calls it, guys. It's just a drowsy state. It's not necessarily meditation. It's just getting yourself into a state where your monkey mind's turned off. It's a very good idea, especially when you're falling asleep or waking up. When my YouTube comes out, guys, I have a beautiful morning meditation. I really love it. I've been doing it myself, listening to it. And as you wake up, you can listen to it. And it just goes for 4 minutes as you wake up for your day, and it gets you into a really good state. And there's a little moment in it where you can think of a scene that implies your wish is true and it's been fulfilled. And then you go about your day. Okay, it's a great time to do it. And as you're falling asleep, I'll have a falling asleep in the wish fulfilled and a falling asleep with your SP meditation. So you can do it as you're falling off to sleep. Okay, guys? Is it okay to be aware that it's sort of faking it in your mind? I feel like I'm too aware. Yeah, guys, look, you can be aware that you're faking it, but that's just your mind going, well, what is this bullshit? What a load of shit. You just got to fight your brain when it's doing that. You just got to go, shut up, I know what I'm doing. Fuck off, Karen. How to affirm for a husband, no one specific. Just imagine a man in your bed, darling. Imagine he's got his arm wrapped around you. Imagine looking down at your hand. You've got an engagement ring on and a wedding ring. Okay, imagine he's already there. You don't need to know who it is. Write a perfect man or woman checklist, a man checklist, a husband checklist in your journal. Yes, call them Karen in your brain, John. SP and I were doing great, but he's fallen away this past week. Affirmations help fix it. Sammy, you're thinking he has, so he has. Stop assuming he has. What you assume dominantly will become true. Did you start thinking, oh, he's not texting me as much. Oh, why did he leave me on red? What's going on? Is he talking to other people? Maybe I did too much. This is too good to be true. Are you thinking all that fucking shit and then he did? Stop thinking that. Think the complete fucking opposite. Say the fucking opposite in your mind. If we create a person in reality, how do we choose that someone's not for us? What? If we create a person in reality, how do we choose that someone's not for us? Foodie writer, you're really fucking lost. I hate to tell you, but you're coming on here with some whole lot of LOA. Your questions are like very law of attraction based, and you've really got to change your thinking, because you've had a couple of questions the last couple of lives where I feel like it's slapping you across the face. There's no such thing as not for us. You're making the decision, okay? So I know that there's this not meant for you bullshit in the tarot world and the LOA world. You've just got to throw that away. Who's deciding they're for you or not for you? Meant for you or not meant for you? What entity is it, darling, that's deciding that other than you? The universe isn't deciding. God isn't deciding. The higher power isn't deciding. Buddha isn't deciding. It's fucking you, darling. So if you have a decision in your mind that someone's not meant for you, it's because your self-concept was so fucking in the toilet, you couldn't change that person in your mind to be meant for you in your mind. So you actually, your subconscious tricked you into not loving them anymore, or telling you, oh, they're not meant for me, as a form of protection, to protect you from the hurt of it not working out. So your brain says stupid shit to you to protect you, like, oh, well, that wasn't meant for me. Or you hear your friends go, oh, well, it just wasn't meant to be. When all it is your protective mechanism in your brain protecting you from hurt. When really, you could decide today that they're meant for you and have thoughts that they're your man and they're meant for you and they'll be your fucking man. But your subconscious is so screwy that it's telling you things aren't meant for you and somebody else is making the choice. If you have a feeling that they're making a choice and they're choosing their own choice, well, I'm telling you right now, they're not. All they're doing is reflecting your shitty thinking that they're not choosing me. So if your question is, why do people not choose us? And is it because they're not meant for us? You have some deep fucking self-concept issues about feeling not chosen and not wanted that you need to go and fix from childhood, where someone made you feel not good enough about yourself and you have a belief that things don't work out for you and you need to fix those things. Got it? Don't mean to go off at you, but you've had some fucking LOA shit, some questions that are just like blowing my mind. Like you've been here a while and you're still not hearing me. Go and watch all the videos in the Facebook group because you're a little bit lost. Okay? Oh my God, I was thinking about those protective thoughts all weekend and I've been working on them. Guys, it's trying to protect you. Look, it thinks it's doing the right thing. Don't get angry at your subconscious for protecting you. It's really, honestly, there for you all the time to stop you from harm, right? Physically, mentally, emotionally getting harmed. So it's giving you those old thoughts from childhood, thinking it's doing the right thing. It doesn't know it's not doing the right thing. It doesn't know it's fucking your mind completely up and fucking up your life. It has no idea that every time you push your SP away, that it's fucking up your relationships. It thinks it's protecting you from harm, when really you've just confused your poor boyfriend and he's left for the third time and he's like, fuck, bitch, I can't deal with this shit. And it doesn't realise that your triggers are fucking your whole relationship every time in every other relationship you've ever had. It thinks it's doing the right thing. Thank you, brain, but I don't need this shit anymore. That's another thing I'm going to have, guys. I don't need these old protective triggers anymore. Thank you, brain, but you can back off now, meditation, okay? And I'm stepping into the new me meditation. I'm going to have that on YouTube and in the courses as well, guys, okay? You're not understanding my question. We can create it, so why choose one person over another? Well, don't you have to choose one person? What do you mean? You don't understand my question. Why choose one person over another? What, are you going to choose 10 people at once, darling? I don't understand the question. If we can create it, why choose one person over another? Because you love that person. You could also love the other person. You decide who you choose, darling. I don't understand the question. If you can't be with 10 guys at once, what's the fucking question? There is such a thing as love. You choose to love that person. I choose to love this person. Then you choose your person. Or you're planning on being polyamorous. I don't understand the question. Yes, I need that meditation. Yes, okay, good. Loz, I've been persisting, but pics he posts are showing our stuff gone from his place. He's moving on. Been persisting, but pics he shows are showing our stuff gone from his place. He's moving on. Well, darling, if you look at the pictures and you have that assumption that that means he's moving on, you're fucked. Another girl could look at those pictures and think, he's so madly, deeply in love with me. To look at my stuff and our stuff in his house pains me, gives him a pain he can't bear to experience. It breaks his heart every time he sees our stuff. He had to put it away because he loves me and he's fucking heartbroken. But your self-concept's so in the toilet and you've decided he's moving on, so that's exactly what will happen, darling. Give it the opposite meaning, the meaning I just gave you, because the meaning you're giving it is fucked. And that is the meaning that he doesn't love me, he doesn't want me, he's fallen out of love with me, and that's exactly what will happen. And that's based on your shitty self-concept of not believing you're lovable or that he loves you. Fix that. My SP wants to be with me, but he has little contact. Well, start saying he's constantly contacting you, darling. Stop having the story that he barely contacts you. Lois, my SP doesn't conform. It's 6 months. I'm manifesting him, but nothing. What can I do? Guys, look, some of you really need to sit down and write down, what is your old story about your SP? What is this story I'm holding? Write it down and you'll shock the shit out of yourself, the things you think about them. They don't love me. They don't spend enough time with me. They look at other girls. Why does he do that thing where he does this, blah, blah, blah? And shock the shit out of yourself and realise you're still holding on to a fucking old story and you've been holding on to it for 6 months and you haven't got rid of it, and that's why it hasn't changed. Wow, this is powerful. Yes, guys. When you realise this, your whole life changes. Having a hard time looking past my SP saying he wanted to be with me and then ghosting. Now he's back. Diana, look, guys, a lot of you are going to have a lobotomy of the brain about what happened before. If you're holding on to the hurt from before, that they ghosted you before but now they're back, all that is, Diana, is you're fearing he's going to ghost you again now. or you're still holding on to the past. I don't know what to tell you. You'll fuck it up with the trigger one day. He'll leave you on red one day. You'll get fucking triggered and you lose him again. I don't know. What's the point of you being here? What's the point of you having a call with me? What's the point? If you're holding on to those old hurts, you really haven't worked on your self-concept enough. You really haven't changed the old story enough, and you're going to fuck it up. Because your trigger will trigger you when he leaves you on red, and then you're fucked. Guys, if you're holding on to any resentment from before, what do you think that's going to do to your relationship now? Because you can't possibly believe that they're not going to ghost you now. You can't get over that hurt from before. Get over it! If you want this to work. Who just sent me a paper crane? Thank you, darling. Who was that? Thanks, Charlie14. Please remind me how to write a new story. 3D kick me a bit. Guys, go and write the old story out. Go and burn it and then write a new story, the exact opposite of what you just wrote. Keep it there if you want and write line for line the complete opposite and then go and burn the old story. How do we know God's not deciding? Well, if you decide there's a God outside of you deciding, darling, you're fucked. Because some people don't even get their SPs sometimes after trying for years because they didn't change the old story, because they believed an entity outside of them was deciding for them, and they didn't change the self-concept, and they didn't believe in themselves, and they didn't understand that the Bible said over and over and over again that you are all gods and you make the decisions and you are all powerful. Some affirmations my SP to pursue me. They're constantly pursuing me. They're constantly calling and texting me. They're constantly chasing me. Obsessed with me. Guys, I've got to go soon. Okay, I've really got to go because I've got to get these meditations done and these courses done. What do you think about coaches who say you have to be content, whole and complete to be with SP? Look, guys, you can try and be as complete, whole and content in yourself as you like, but what if you never are? Okay, what if you don't get to that until you're 99.9 years old? Then fucking what? Then you drop dead and you've had no relationships. Stop listening to these dumb bitches. You don't have to be perfect for your SP to come back, period. All right, guys, I'm going to go. Please do follow me if you don't follow me already. I go live twice a day, normally longer than this, but I'm trying to get the courses churned out, okay? Because everyone keeps asking me and I've been saying for months that they're coming and I've really got to get it done. Now, if you go to the Facebook group today, I'm going to post a new challenge. I think I'm going to do a money and success challenge just for a week. So come and join our money and success challenge. And I will post a new Q&A forum today. So look for the Neville Goddard quote and you can post your questions in there. Don't post your questions on the main page. I've got 500 unposted posts, unapproved posts, because people keep posting questions on the main page. I can't put questions in there, guys. It's only for success stories and encouragement. Okay, they have to go in the Q&A forum. So come to Subconscious Laws, the Facebook group, watch these lives back, come to the Q&A forum, ask your question. Other people can help you, and also come and join our challenge. All right, guys, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.